All right, here we go. The topic says what makes a rectangle. So what we're saying is what makes a rectangle a rectangle. So keep in mind as we're talking about this that we're not going to say what it isn't. We're going to say what it is. That's super important to keep in mind. We're going to talk about what a rectangle is, not what it isn't. Super important. Okay, so this is a kind of a typical picture we have in our head of what a rectangle looks like, right? So let's get a definition. Oh, that's fun. We better try that again. That was too much fun not to try again. So what is a rectangle? It is a parallelogram with 4 right angles. So let's do a quick refresher of what a parallelogram is. So you see this piece here that says opposite sides are equal. Okay, so let me show you of what that might look like. So you see these little marks that show up here. You have a little mark on the top and a little mark on the bottom. I'm saying any side that has that mark is equal to it, to any other side that has that mark. So the top and the bottom have the same mark. That means that they're equal to each other. Okay, let's look at this differently. So if you look at the left, there's 2 of these little marks there, right? And there's 2 of these on the right. So I hope it's clear to see that if it has 2 marks, so this right side is the same as this left side. Are those 2 necessarily the same as the top? No. This only has 1 mark, right? This has 2 marks. Keep that in mind. So that's what a parallelogram is. But we're saying a rectangle has those things, but it also has 4 right angles. So before we show that, the top and bottom are parallel. So let's remember what parallel means. Parallel are lines that stay the same distance apart. So look at these lines. They will stay the same distance apart. People say things like, well, they never touch. I'm not talking about whether they're touching or not. I'm talking about they stay the same distance apart all the time. So the top and bottom are parallel. That's what makes a parallelogram. A parallelogram is opposite sides are parallel. So think of opposite sides. Top and bottom are opposite. Left and right are opposite. Okay? So we have parallel sides. The top's parallel to the bottom. The left's parallel to the right. And we said with the opposite sides being equal. And the other thing is 4 right angles. Right angles, remember, measure 90 degrees. See if this will show up. So 90 degrees, each one of these. Four-sided shape. Has 4 90-degree angles. 90 times 4 is 360. Interesting. So that is what makes a rectangle a rectangle. It's a parallelogram, which means the opposite sides are equal, with 4 right angles. Okay, so top and bottom are equal and parallel. Left and right are equal, and parallel has 4 right angles. Okay. So my title says, is this a rectangle? So here's our definition of a rectangle. Okay, that's fun. We'll let that fly in again because it's too much fun not to. So look at what we're showing here. Same mark on all 4 sides. So is the top equal to the bottom? Is the left equal to the right? So do we have opposite sides that are equal? The top and the bottom appear equal. The left and the right appear equal. Okay. Are the top and the bottom opposite sides? Are the opposite sides here parallel? Sure appears that way. Are the left and the right, the other 2 opposite sides, parallel? It does appear that way. Does it have 4 right angles? Yes, indeed. So I'll let you make this determination. So let's just quickly look at everything we were talking about here. Question was, well, here's our definition. What makes a rectangle a rectangle? We said opposite sides are equal. Opposite sides are equal. Opposite sides are parallel. Opposite sides are parallel. And 4 90-degree angles. Okay, life is good. That's a rectangle. So the question is this a rectangle? Here's our definition again. Opposite sides are equal. Top and bottom are opposites. Left and right sides are equal. Whoa. Top and bottom, opposite sides are parallel. Left and right, opposite sides also parallel. 4 right angles. I'll be asking you what you think about this. quick review. What's the difference between these terms? The 4z, the 4 is a coefficient, which means what? Z plus Z plus Z, 4 of them. So we're adding. Z to the power 4, the 4 is an exponent. Exponent means we are multiplying Z times Z times Z times Z times Z. So you have a homework assignment that looks like this and like this. So that's for you to determine. Notice at the bottom it says minimum 3 sentences for each one. Okay, so those two need to get taken care of for homework.